Did the Ravens finally find a big body receiver that Lamar Jackson has been missing for years? Because through the first several days of training camp, one rookie keeps showing up again and again and again, Jacoby Lane. Every practice seems to produce another highlight, another contested catch, another impressive rep against quality defensive backs, another moment that gets reporters, coaches, and Ravens fans talking. Now let's be clear, we're talking about training camp. Nobody is handing out starting jobs in August. Nobody is putting players in a Pro Bowl because of a few impressive practices, but sometimes training camp tells you who is beginning to earn the quarterback's trust. And that may be exactly what we are watching happen with Lamar Jackson and Jacoby Lane, because this isn't about one spectacular catch. This is becoming a pattern. Lamar keeps looking Lane's way, Lane keeps responding, and suddenly one of the biggest position battles on Baltimore's roster is becoming one of the biggest stories of camp. The Ravens have spent years searching for another outside weapon to complement Zay Flowers, a receiver with size, a receiver who can win 50-50 balls, a receiver who gives Lamar confidence to throw even when coverage is tight. Could Jacoby Lane actually become that player? Or are Ravens fans getting carried away after a few exciting practices? Because if this chemistry continues to grow, it could completely change the conversation surrounding Baltimore's receiving corps heading into week 1. But here's what really caught everyone's attention. Jacoby Lane has quietly become one of the biggest winners of Ravens training camp, and almost every practice report included his name, and that's not happening by accident. One of the biggest moments happened when Lane went up over veteran cornerback Marlon Humphrey to make a contested catch during team drills. That immediately got people talking because Marlon Humphrey is one of the NFL's best corners. If a rookie receiver is making plays against him, people notice. But Lane didn't stop there. Later in practice, Lamar Jackson came right back to him again. That might be one of the most important details of this entire story. Quarterbacks naturally develop trust. They throw to players they believe will make the play, and Lamar appears to be willing to give Lane opportunities, even when the throw isn't easy. That's a huge compliment for any rookie. Lane's biggest strengths are already becoming obvious: his size, his catch radius, his ability to high point the football, and his willingness to attack the ball in traffic. Those are qualities Baltimore's offense has been missing. For years, fans have asked the Ravens to find Lamar a bigger outside target, someone who can make difficult catches when the defense plays tight coverage, someone who gives the quarterback confidence near the sideline and in the red zone. Lane is beginning to show flashes of exactly that type of player. Now, does that mean he has already won the wide receiver 3 job? Absolutely not. Training camp is still early. The Ravens still have other receivers fighting for roster spots and playing time. Every practice matters, every preseason game matters, every mistake matters. But here's what makes this battle so interesting. Lane isn't trying to beat out Zay Flowers. He isn't trying to replace Rashad Bateman. He's fighting to become Baltimore's 3rd receiver. And that role could become much bigger than people realize in Declan Dole's offense, because if defenses focus on Flowers, respect Derrick Henry in the running game, and account for Lamar Jackson's legs, somebody else is going to get favorable matchups. Lane has a chance to become that player, but this is where the conversation gets really interesting. Now, here's why I think Ravens fans should pay close attention to this story. This isn't just about Jacoby Lane making catches in practice. It's about how his skill set can change what Baltimore can become offensively. Think about the Ravens over the past several seasons. Their receivers have been explosive. Their receivers have been quick, dynamic after the catch, but they haven't consistently had the bigger outside receiver who can simply go win the football above defenders. Lane brings something different. At his size, he gives Lamar another answer against tight man coverage. Instead of needing perfect separation, sometimes the quarterback can simply trust his receiver to make the play. That changes how defenses play. Corners may have to play more physically. Safeties may shade toward Lane in certain situations. And if that happens, what does that create? More space for Zay Flowers, more opportunities for Rashad Bateman, more room for Derrick Henry. Everything begins working together. And that's why this story matters, not because Lane suddenly becomes wide receiver 1, but because he gives Baltimore something different. Every great offense needs variety, speed, power, size, versatility. If Lane continues developing, Declan Dole suddenly has another chess piece to move around the field. And here's something else nobody is talking about. Building chemistry with Lamar now could pay off months from now. Quarterback-receiver trust isn't built overnight. It's built during camp, doing extra throws after practice, during mistakes and corrections. The more reps they share now, the more confident Lamar becomes throwing to lane when real games begin. That's why these practices matter more than people think. They're laying down a foundation for what this offense could look like in September, October, and hopefully January. And that brings me to my prediction. My prediction is this: Jacoby Lane is going to make the 53-man roster, and I believe he has a chance to earn meaningful offensive snaps before the middle of the season. Now, will he immediately become Baltimore's wide receiver 3? That still has to be earned. Training camp isn't over. The preseason hasn't even started, but the trajectory is extremely encouraging. Every practice, every highlight, every positive report is building momentum. And perhaps most importantly, Lamar Jackson appears comfortable continuing to throw him the football. That matters more than anything else, because when your franchise quarterback believes in you, opportunities usually follow. Now, I'm not saying Jacoby Lane is about to become the next superstar receiver. That would be unfair pressure for a rookie, but I do believe he has a real opportunity to become one of the biggest surprises on Baltimore's roster this season. If he continues winning contested catches, if he proves dependable, if he earns Lamar's trust, the Ravens may have quietly solved one of their biggest offensive questions. And if that happens, Baltimore's passing game becomes much more difficult to defend, because now defenses have to worry about Zay Flowers' speed, Rashad Bateman's route running, Derrick Henry in the backfield, Lamar Jackson's ability to extend plays, and now a big-body rookie receiver who can make difficult catches downfield. That's a dangerous combination, and it might be exactly what Baltimore has been searching for. Jacoby Lane still has a long way to go. Training camp success doesn't guarantee regular season success. But one thing is becoming very clear: he's forcing people to pay attention, and if he keeps stacking good practices, he may become one of the biggest stories of the Ravens' entire training camp. Now I want to hear from you, Ravens flock. Do you think Jacoby Lane has a real chance to become Baltimore's wide receiver 3 this season, or do you think it's still too early to buy into the hype? Let me know your comments below, and if you enjoyed another episode of Ravens Intel, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all for watching the videos on Gridiron Flock TV. I'm gonna continue to bring you all the updated news when it comes to the Ravens, and you already know, we out.